Afternoon, everyone. Well, today we're going to be cutting some quartz, which is basically about the same thing as granite. It's just, I don't know. Don't ask me any questions about what the difference is. I don't know. All I know is just as hard as it can be. But when you're cutting this stuff, you want to get a blade that says porcelain. Don't get your standard tile cutting blade. This is, for cutting tile board and tile and stuff like that. You got, it doesn't have to be a true cut. With this quartz, and of course granite too, you got to have this porcelain blade because it cuts a real fine, smooth edge, so that you don't have to worry about, any large divots or anything, any blowouts. But first thing, well, of course, we've got our water line. We got to have water to cool this blade and keep the dust down. And you just have to rig whatever you can to keep water on here. I don't have any help today. That's the reason I'm doing it this way. And the other thing is you got to have, since you're going to be working with electricity, you got to have rubber gloves, and you're going to be dealing with some dust. So you want a mask. Okay, so the first thing we want to do, set our saw up where we have at least, now you can do more than 30 degrees. You can do whatever you want to, but with a 30 degree or more, then you've got a smaller amount of material to take off of here to true it up as far as being a perfect straight line for a joint. Okay, so we're getting ready to start this. Gloves, mask, safety glasses. That is extremely hard to do by yourself. Unless you have commercial equipment, you've got to have some kind of help. Okay, you can see, got a 30 degree. Now all we're going to do is just come in at just the top layer, this little bit right here, so that we can get a nice straight edge to meet up with the next piece. Okay, now I've got this router. And I hate to even think about using my $300 router and getting all this stuff all over it. But my other router that I've used for years finally gave up. So eventually I'm going to have to buy another router just to, well, of course, I'm not going to do much more cutting of this. This stuff is crazy hard, crazy to work with. And I'm crazy to be working with it. Okay, you can see I've got did the best I could, just like the skill saw, getting the water down there, because these bits, if you don't keep them cool, they'll darn sure burn up. All right, I'm gonna go turn the water on, and we're fixing to fire this thing up. You can see that water's coming out on that bit. I'm gonna have to do the best I can to keep it on that bit. Cuts down on the dust and keeps the bit cool. Okay, now we know the straight edge is straight. I want you to look at that. I mean, that is a perfect joint, except for this last little bit where I had to change because of the thing. But I mean, that's perfect. Okay, but now what we have to do is we have to do the other one. See, now I have to run over this piece one more time, run into the same problem down there at the other end where I had to move the guide. But you can see, I mean, Those are pencil marks and stuff, but I want you to see that really nice joint there. So when we glue it together, well, it's going to look like that all the way across. Alright, well, you can see the kind of problems you have trying to cut this stuff. Get you some help if you want to try it. Alrighty. I wish y'all the best luck in the world. Gloves. Soggy mask. Safety glasses. Alrighty. Well, on to the next project.